All right, that's one. Good. And the other. Come on. You can do it, YouTube. There you go. YouTube's always a bit slow. Coming live. But we're live there, and we're live there, and we're live everywhere. Everywhere. There's no escaping me. Hi guys, I'm back. I have transferred the big stick from my primary server over to Indomitable for the XP bonus. And the character name of Big Stick was taken, so I renamed him the Great Big Stick. Obviously, he's better than whoever that other Big Stick is, because he's great. For a long time, he was my highest level character. Only recently, only since coming back once again with the change, adding in the licensing. I haven't played him in quite a while. Let me drag these down to the more comfortable location. Currently, you are showing the XP bonus, but I would like some more, please. I would like some more. XP bonus. How about, I don't know, 2 more? And here, let's see. Alright. It'll take me a sec futzing around with that stuff to get everything as I would like it to be. Give or take. Game return. Set. Boom. Okay, good. That got rid of that, which is fine. We're going to want 2 more, I think. That'll give us 3. Wait, no, that one needs to stay at 1, I think. I think by default it uses that one for your actual 1 through 0 buttons. 2 and 3, and then we just drag this down. Bonk, there we go. Mercurial Blow, Precise Strike, Guarded Spin, Eye of the Storm, Assassin's Staff. That is, I think, my big honking hit that I use from stealth that makes them regret their life choices. We can move this up there, give ourselves a little bit more space. And because, after all, it is the final frontier. Build up. Okay, good, good. All right, and let's see. Indomitable Will and Heightened Senses and Mind Over Body are toggles. I need to see what I gain from them when I choose to toggle them. Like I said, I haven't played the character in a while, so this is Defense versus Smash, Lethal, Fire, Cold Energy, blah, 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 blah. Let's maybe get some stamina upgradies. This character does not have a wide selection of enhancements slotted. Serpent's Reach, ranged moderate damage. Well, let's get a couple of stamina mods. These need the dark blue. More stamina undoubtedly will be good for us. No, I want to wait 1 level. I want to get to 27, because then I'll be buying level 30 enhancements. So, yeah, we'll wait. We will wait a level. All right, combat Sky Raiders or combat warriors on Talos Island. Let's go to Talos Island. Yeah. Where we need to kill 20 of them. Good evening to whomever has joined me. Hi, how you doing? Palos Island. So, I survived my vodka-soaked evening of the other day, and I am looking for warriors. Oh, well, look at that. Warriors. We'll go ahead and come out of that. Well, it's been a while. Let's see how hard this hits, shall we? We build up, and pretty hard, as he appears to be dead. So that initial shot from stealth, it's really good. Oh, little green fellows. We will also put on the, which was it? Mind over body? Maybe I have to check again, damn it. Mind over body is resistance to smashing, lethal, and psionics. So mind over body should be fine. Let us see. Let's remove the catch of breaths and get ourselves a respite. Healing is good. Those are a couple of freaks. The freak show. I was not describing them as if they were somehow deformed or something. It's the name of the gang. We're going to hit this guy really, really hard. No, we're not. We're actually going to miss him really, really, really hard. Got him. Where'd the other guy go? Oh, you're not getting away. Oh, the police drone took care of him. How many more do I need? I need 12 more warriors. So, congratulations to you all to making it to your weekend, I hope. This guy definitely gonna feel the terrible blow from my big stick. And I need 10 more warriors. Well, there's a bunch of them. So, whacking one guy with that opener, I'm not sure, it's fear, I think it's putting into them. Understandably, as you watch your friend get essentially vaporized. I do not think that fear would be an unreasonable response. I need 4 more. And these are all lower level, though, so, I mean, it's not like I'm getting a whole boatload of XP or anything. I'm pretty sure it's fear. Fortunately, at least they didn't bust up laughing when I then missed with my follow-up attack. Stop running away. I can't realistically beat you up while you're running away. I have to catch up to you and then beat you up. We got a warrior and a couple of freaks. We'll just take the warrior out as we only need one more. But the freaks are asking for it too, so. Oh, using a heal. Cheater. Both of you using heals. Both cheaters. Contact. John Strobel. No. Oh, wait, what? Ah, I need to return to Amanda Loomis in IP. Take me to Independence Port North? South? Guesswork? I guessed incorrectly. I'm now 1 3/4 miles from her. So we'll be going to the other one. IP South. Not to be confused with IP Freely. That's an old joke. But then I'm an old joker. So that's what you're going to get. I'm getting wet. Damn it. I hate getting wet. The warriors don't stand a chance against you, Great Big Stick. Your dogged persistence has served you well. You seem like a friend indeed. If you need new enhancements, I'd be happy to help you out. Please call if there's anything I can do. One contact in hand is worth two in the bush. New contact. Ashwin Lannister. He always repays his debts. Introduce you to Ashwin Lannister of the Hero Corps. It may be a for-profit organization, but they get the job done. He's currently focused on the Council and the Warriors. He has access to training enhancements. Evidently he's next. And he is at the other end. So I will have to, once again, hop on the subway. Although it's not really a subway because it doesn't go sub. It's more just the way. The monorail. As in pretty much every game ever, stealth has certain tactical advantages. You get to pick your fights. He's in the hospital? Does he work there or is he injured? Ah, he's just sitting here. Maybe he's visiting. I'd hoped you'd come to me, Great Big Stick. I have a lot of information, and I need dependable help to deal with it. I hope you already had your good day, Great Big Stick, because I'm about to make it a lot worse. I was told to get word to you that the council is planning to kidnap Senator Farnsworth. Philo Farnsworth? And his entire staff. Farnsworth was giving a speech in Genesee Heights today, and I'll bet good money council plans to strike there. You need to get to Genesee Heights right away to save Senator Farnsworth. You only have 90 minutes to save those people. I have 90 minutes. Bonk. Hit my head. Take me to Genesee Heights. Two dead security guards are a sure sign that the council's already in the area. I have 7 people to rescue. But I won't... Wow, those guys are big. I won't be beating up random bad guys. I'll be beating up only bad guys who have taken a captive. There's the blue wall. No. No. Oh, and mechs. They've got bots, too. And I forgot to lower my notoriety, which will make this harder than it would otherwise be. And that's the other blue wall. No, you haven't spotted a single one yet. Blue, yep. They are attempting to intimidate somebody. So, we will start with him. Use our build-up. One down. One rescued. And stealth me back up, guys. Come on. There we are. And they appear to be trying... Oh, 2 more groups of unpleasant Nazis being, well, unpleasant. Didn't get off a single attack. Losers. Let's give ourselves another heal, just in case. I just hit him with my wacky stick. Oh, I appear to have stunned him. Alright, that's 3 down. 4 to go. So now we're just going to bounce around looking for Nazis. Intimidating, or trying to intimidate, innocents. What did he say? Senator Farnsworth will be turned to our purposes. Ooh. They're going to try to blackmail the senator. Who do they think they are? Fox News? Oops. Don't assume we'll find any of them. Menacing people up on the roofs doesn't seem particularly likely. Alright, how about we head in that direction then? That is just a guy running around. That's Charlie. Hey, Charlie. But he does not seem to be being menaced. He's just running around because he's Charlie. Huh. We have... we ran into a couple in a big hurry, and then since then we have run dry. The Nazis are being fairly circumspect. Oh, another one. And I missed. No, I didn't. It hit. Yeah, well, given the fact that historically Nazis don't like Jews and Jews were always circumcised, it's certainly possible that the Nazis here would not be circumcised for fear of being mistaken for their victims. When I said circumspect, I said to myself, ha, I almost said circumcised. But you finished off my joke that I didn't even tell. And good evening. One more. No, two more to save. I hope I still have a job when all of this is over. You're worried about that? I'd have gone with a with a joke about that, if I could have thought of a good one. But I guess that kind of humor is circumscribed. Looking for two more batches of eminently beat-upable Nazis. Spoiler, they're all beat-upable. Yeah, yep. And nap time. One more to find. Why are they all so worried about their jobs? They're being menaced by Nazis, and they're all worried about their jobs. As one of the advantages of playing the stealth character is a lot easier to just sort of bounce around and not worry about picking up aggro. We've got blue? Yeah, we've got blue. Am I blue? No, no. Whoop. Whoa, yeah! Well, let's take a look. We missed anything over here? No, no, no. 3 Nazis. No menacing going on. Nope. Looking for one last pair of Nazis menacing an innocent. As unlikely as it seems to be able to say this, gosh, there's just never a Nazi around when you want one. This is where we came in. That's us there. Aha! Aha! So, aha. Yeah, that's basically what I'm here to say. Nice gun you've got there. Too bad you lose to a guy with a stick. They said they were going to kidnap us all. I'm just an intern. Okay, now I have to find Alberto. Archon Alberto. Alberto's not a particularly, you know... I gotta say, I mostly expect my Nazis to come with Germanic-type names. And I say that as someone with a Germanic-type name. First and last. So we have got to find Alberto, the Archon in charge. Which basically means I'm going to be tabbing a lot. Unless he appears on the map. No. Well, it was worth looking. Alberto. I mean, I guess maybe they're not just Nazis. Maybe they're basically more fascists than Nazis. In which case, Alberto would make sense, as fascism gets its name from the fasces, which, funnily enough, are present in the United States Senate on either side of the dais at the top, at the front of the room. The fasces is just a bundle of sticks around an axe. But that's the origin of the word fascist. And the symbol itself is Roman. We are still looking. This could take a while. For the Archon. Archon Alberto! I have found the Archon. And let's see if we can one-shot him by using both our build-up and our assassin's staff. The answer is yes. And victory is ours. Watching a video, and they had enhancements they said would level up with this guy. Any ideas on what level you can look at getting him? One sec. Now, I will explain as best I can what I believe is the case. So, we'll go to Enhancements, Manage. You'll note that this is a level 15. My character's a level 26. The 15 is not red, so it is still usable. It's still giving me the 19.2%. The 25 is giving me 32%. But you'll notice this one I have not out-leveled. These are crafted. These are invention enhancements. Basically, you make them through crafting, and they keep their value as you level up past them. If you have not done the crafting tutorial, it is available in Steel Canyon, on the hero side, and whatever the third map is, Capo Diablo, I think, on the villain side at the university. You talk to an NPC there and he starts it. It takes 15 minutes, 20 minutes. If you've done it before, you can do it in 5, if you know what you're doing. 15 minutes, 20 minutes, and it'll allow you to make your first invented enhancement. And teach you how to make more. As you can tell, I've made a bunch on this character. I've got some 15s and some 25s. Did that answer the question? Contact Ashwin Lannister. That was an etymology lesson, Fauntleroy, not an entomology lesson. Entomology would be if I was telling you about bugs. That is correct. If you craft them, you never outlevel them. They don't increase in their percentages. You can see this one is a 19.2, and you can't combine it with others. So later on, if I wanted this to be more than a 15 level, I'd have to make a new one. But, yeah, I'm 11 levels higher and I'm still using it. Unlike, these, which were drops that I have clearly outleveled. And that one. And that one. That one's a level 1. So, yeah, the crafted ones are usable forever. And eventually, though, at the end game, I think ideally you want level 50 crafted ones. The values on those are higher, I believe. So this is a, let's see, do we have any that are not crafted? Well, that is a 22, and it does nothing, right? So I can't actually give you a 23. A 23 accuracy is 11.7%. A 15 invented is 19.2. So even though this one's 8 levels higher, this one is much better. And good evening to you. Senator Farnsworth wanted to thank you for rescuing, but the Secret Service wouldn't let him come in person. I can understand their caution. The council has been known to brainwash politicians and then sit back like a bunch of sick puppet masters pulling their strings. It's a good thing you stopped them today, Great Big Stick. This is going to be a profitable friendship, I can tell. I have access to some enhancements you should take a look at. Be introduced to a new contact. What do we got? Christine Lansdale. Sky Raiders in the family. Elise Thorpe. Devouring Earth and the Ricti. Ooh. Let's go with her because, well, Sky Raiders fly and I don't. Am I sure? Sure, I'm sure. And available missions. Council's presence. They would just like me to beat up Council. The other is Exarch Labs. Just reported a break-in by Council agents. Their vaults contain several Rikti weapons and other pieces of alien technology left over from the Rikti War, none of which can be allowed to fall into enemy hands. It gets even better, though, because the Sky Raiders know about the theft and might make a play for the same prize in the confusion. It's going to take heroic action to stop the theft. Well, I'm just the hero to do it. Sort of. Of all the heroes in Paragon City, I am one. Definitely one. Am I getting wet again? Not quite. Haha. Boink. Oh, time for me to stick it to him. Just a little stick-based humor. Just a very, very little stick-based humor. My, you're a big fellow. I missed. Eight people left, 2 devices left, 2 files left. I've got all kinds of stuff they want me to do in here. Got him. All right, we have rescued 1. Oh. Hi, guys. Oh, this is not great. That's rather more of them than I am comfortable with, I have to say. Okay. The other guy will come back. They always come back. And files? Devices? Files. He never came back. I feel a little disappointed. I'm hurt. Oh, there he is. I was afraid I'd hurt his feelings. Ooh, he's tough enough that... I didn't one-shot him. Okay. Stealth me up again. Come on. Gimme, gimme, gimme. They can't see me. I am like the passing wind. Wait, that didn't come out right. Stealth me up, Daddy. Kind of wish I hadn't said that. Put the fear of the big stick into him. Alright, and this is one of the devices. Yes, this should be one of the devices. Either a breaking wind or a passing wind. It's not entirely clear which. This is what we in the professional superhero business refer to as a dead end. It must be the great big stick. How do you know? He cut one. I thought it was one of the hostages. It's a stinking assault raider. Sky Raider, scumbag. Nap time for you, punk. And the same thing over there. Ah, okay. It did mention the Sky Raiders were here, so, yeah. Looking for more hostages to rescue. Frankly, the Sky Raiders don't count. I like the one guy's applauding for his friend who's fighting with the other Sky Ranger. It's nice to see a little teamwork amongst the Nazis. The most AE attacks. Which powers and combinations give the most? That I really don't know. I mean, this guy's got two. He's got a front cone and then a 360 all-rounder. That would be useful information. I can certainly see why one might want that. All right, it looks like this floor has been cleared out for all intents and purposes. Spine's dark. Spine's fire. Well, I know Spine's fire is certainly a big one for farming. And I think mentioned also was Dark. Dark has a lot of CC stuff that is AE. That I do remember now that you mention it. I'm sneaking by. Spine's Dark's your first character on live and very, very endurance heavy. Yeah. All right. We've got a couple of Nazis intimidating a scientist, of course. Thank you, Great Big Stick. You're welcome, Mr. Scientist Man. And Dark is worthwhile looking at, if for no other reason than it has the shadow tentacles. It's hard to beat the shadow tentacles in this game. I got a temporary power? What temporary power did I get? experienced, had that. Boon of the Ancients. Cryonite armor. I got a lot of them. Don't know what that was. Sure, it was something amazing. Probably not going to use it. So what do we have left? Oh, I did it again. Where is the nav? There it is. I have five more people left to find, and one more device. Hey, why did that door open? I don't know. Things are always breaking around here, you know? Yeah, I've noticed. Room and dead end. They are menacing a scientist in here as well. Just the one. This guy gonna aggro or no? Actually prefer your Claws SR Scraper. Ow. Scraper. Scraper. Possibly a Scraper as well. Ow. Is that two of them? Oh, this is getting a little dicier. Indeed, lots of scrapes. Prefer Claws, SR Scrapper, SR. Don't remember. Who needs AoE when nothing can touch you and you get to stab to arrest bad guys? They're disabling strikes that you're using. They're non-lethal, technically. Non-lethal. So that you... super reflexes. Thank you. Yes, I have tossed in super reflexes on a number of my characters. I think my scrapper, my first scrapper, my original scrapper back in Live and here, the Candiru, I believe was also a super reflexes. Spines. Super reflexes. That's a cheat code. Wife plays 8-bit, a defender. Buffs me way past the soft cap. Okay, well, yeah. Anytime you can get some nice additional buffing going on, yeah, your abilities. Well, I mean, anyone who's ever played in a big fustercluck of players and just watched all of the buffs and debuffs and heals and numbers go flying by knows what you can get from the equivalent of a couple of Orobots standing around with you. Four people left, one last device. You boys keep having fun. Oh, no, we don't need to go up yet. Oh, looks like another scientist there in the corner. His body folded in a way that bodies aren't supposed to fold. I just have to point that out. So Spine sounds like it has a few AoE and Dark. About res versus defense for defense power. Sounds like res is way better. Generally, I think. I shouldn't make a generalization when I honestly don't know. I honestly don't know. Scrapper, Brooder, Tanker. Yeah, I mean, the differences are significant. Three more people, one last device. Is that the device? Or is that going to give me, like, another power? Well, we have... Pardon me, friend. Would you mind laying down for the rest of your life? I think I have to take these guys out. You know, for a nice dinner, maybe. To get to this, because it may be the last device. It was. I was smirt for, you know, some value of smart. That's where we came in. And the other, presumably last batch. Or is this where we came in? No, this isn't where we came in. Where do these elevators go? They go up. Or they wouldn't be elevators. They'd be descenders. I think they're menacing a scientist over there. More friends. Sometimes I really don't feel like I need more friends. Oh, this is the Archon. Presumably I was going to have to beat him up anyway. Save the last person. And is there any way to do task force in groups of 2 or solo? I have no idea about that. Used to be able to recruit people to start it and then have them leave. That makes sense. Soloed, ITF, and MSR on cheat code. On live all the time. So it seems like, yeah, if you can get them started. Alright, we've got one last person to save. Well, that's not them. That's just two yerks fighting it out. Am I going to have to go back to all the elder floors? I hope not. I hope not. That's where we just went. But they look like they're menacing somebody. They are menacing somebody. How nice for me. Stop raid leaders and their crew? Leaders? Oh, God. Well, presumably that means now I have to find somewhere there is a leader of the Sky Guys. Probably not him, but who knows, maybe. Where do you think you're going? He turned into a werewolf. I didn't realize he was a werewolf. Werewolf. Okay, that kind of hurt. Ow, again? Okay, that was not the leader of the gang. It was made for you and me. Ow! Draw blood. Okay, my assumption, quite likely an incorrect one, but still, it is my assumption, that I missed a Sky Raiders boss on one of the other floors. One of my least favorite things about the game is... Oh, it says Captain, so maybe. Nope, he's not the one. Inferno Raider, I can't see him being the leader. The leader should have some sort of special denotation or connotation. And he didn't. I mean, I got the Archon, so that's the leader of the council. I believe that is the first time I have seen one of the Nazi werewolves since I came back to the game. I always liked that they're not just, you know, Nazis. No, they're Nazis with robots and werewolves. But interminable missions trying to track down the one missing thing is one of my least favorite things about the game. Was back then, still is now. Whether it's trying to find the last glowy in an underground cave system, which really does suck, or something like this. Trying to find some NPC somewhere. Raider engineer, maybe. Probably not, but maybe. I'm going to take out the mech. Oh, it's the mech that's applauding for the other guy. That's really strange and funny. Heroes? I hate heroes. It's okay. I hate villains. We're kind of on even standing here. So, no, that was not, in fact, it. I think this was just a dead end. One room. Yep. Nope, nothing back here. So annoying and frustrating and disappointing and unnecessary. Oh. Is this where we came in? I think so. Yeah, it was. This is where we came in. So, we're gonna... I hope this isn't actually a ill-concealed kill-all mission. Because that would really genuinely suck. Well, you have super hearing, so, I mean, that's why you can hear my every footstep. It's not one of the better superpowers. Super hearing, capable of hearing every single thing in a game. You might have hoped for something a little bit better. I'm beginning to think that this is going to be a kill-all mission. And this does not make me happy in any way, form, or fashion. Because I hate them so much. And this thing apparently isn't ever going to time out, so I'm going to sit here and I'm going to beat on it until it dies. Oh, it's making beeping sounds. I'm hurting its feelings. Or something. So I've got to make sure then that I'm covering every freaking last inch. This is what hell is like. I missed. Well, I'm going to wait a couple more seconds and we'll try again. I'm an incredible martial artist. A master of the staff. Except sometimes I miss from stealth because I'm not really all that good. I'm pretty good. More dudes. Let me get back into my stealthiness. Running away, are you? No, you're not. You only think you're running away. Oh, damn it. He werewolfed on me. He werewolfed on me. No, nunchucks in this game could have made the Green Hornet Bruce Lee. That's true. I watched Bruce Lee as the Green Hornet. Is there anybody left in here? Like one or two dudes? Because I had the big fight over here on this side against a bunch. Uh-huh. Don't miss this time, big stick. Thank you. Yes, Kato. And Britt Reed. Britt Reed was the Green Hornet. Oh, he didn't even wait. He just immediately went all wolfy on us. That's back from the days when they used to have, in the ads, they would say, in color. Because color wasn't a given back then. Totally not Daredevil, but there's no stick fighting. Esrima? Kali power set? Oh! Talk to the devs. Eskrima, isn't it? The actual name? Where do you think you're going to go? Yeah, Eskrima. So I guess the surest way to make sure that I get this done is to just beat the living crap out of every single freaking Nazi and Sky Raider in here. So again, build up. See, it's just a regular Inferno Raider. There's nothing special about him. I am too late, great big stick. Stealth me, stealth me, stealth me. So I can be sneaky. I do love the sound of the kick. Heal me. So, yes, it does appear, in fact, that it is a kill-all mission. Hate. Seething hatred. That's what I feel about these missions. Seething hatred. Stealth, please. Thank you. Alright, got him. Two batches really close together. Let's hope that I'm wrong, that it is a kill-all, and we will attempt to discover if this is the case by killing everybody else first. It's as close as I'm coming to logic. I don't think so. I think that's it. It's got to be all of these guys. Yeah, I think this is the last of the people in the entire fucking place. So, yeah. Alright, well then, what we're going to do is buff up. Yep, had to defeat every last mob in here. What an incredible piece of crap. Wife says that every mission becomes a kill-all when you're playing the Scrapper, which is fair. Yeah, I can see that. Tried to play Champions Online just to spice things up, and so much stuff behind a paywall. A lot of it is... because I'm me, I've done a series of videos available right now on YouTube. What I call my free-to-play throughs, where I take a game that I've played a lot as a pay-to-play game, and I create alt accounts and run through on the free-to-play. And I cover Champions as one of the games that I've done, where I can comment cogently on the differences between. And yeah, you are very limited in your archetypes in the free-to-play in Champions Online. That's definitely the case. In living color, available right now on YouTube. Because I'm not dead yet. When I'm dead, it'll be dead color. So, I mean, it's been a while, so I don't remember exactly what my conclusions were. I know that it's expensive, for instance, to buy a freeform slot. They do occasionally give them away, and that gives you access on one character to basically mix and match powers across power sets. Some of the power sets play better than others for solo play, or not for solo play, but for free-to-play play. The game it's good. I would agree that I think City of Heroes is better. And the price point is, at worst, the same. If you go free-to-play in Champions Online. But yeah, you are quite limited in Champions Online. But, you know, especially if you want to try something different in the way of a superhero game, it does offer that option. And I need to AFK a sec. I will be right back. I'm back. So yes, I have done a series of my free-to-play throughs, like 7 or 8 of them, available on YouTube. Don't forget to hammer those like and subscribe buttons. Contact. Return to the contact or just call him. Excellent job. Great big stick. You secured the resonator and disruptor and made sure that neither the Council nor the Sky Raiders got their hands on any vital research. The Exarch security teams will take it from here in the cleanup. The Sky Raiders have a grudge against the group the Council recently took over. When political zealots clash, things can get pretty ugly. I guess things haven't changed just because that group's under new management. Played Champions for a while when it came out, so I know. Spent some cash to get hero slots and some other stuff. I do like that they have voice acting and more powers, but controls and fights are a bit off. COH is smoother. Yeah, well, it also has a significant difference in it's much more of a builder-spender economy where you can burn through your endurance pretty quick and then have to switch to sort of an auto attack to build it back up, at least at low levels. At higher levels, you can build to have a bit more control over the fight, not having to use the builder to rebuild up your endurance. But yeah, it's a perfectly fine game. I think City of Heroes is a better game. One thing, Champions Online's character designer is the only one better than City of Heroes. City of Heroes, I'll say, the controls, the UI is a little better and cleaner, but Champions Online has even more options. So, I mean, Champions On, if we didn't have City of Heroes back, Champions Online's a perfectly fine game. It's not a great free-to-play implementation, but it's not a terrible one. It's an okay one. And for me, I mean, I also, because I'm a lifetime subscriber to Champions Online, I I have access to everything. And so for me, it's a better experience than it would be for most people, which is why I do the free to play through. Because if someone was to ask me my opinion of, say Champions Online, I would say, well, as a guy with a lifetime sub who has access to all the good stuff, it's pretty good. As a free to play player coming in, not as good. Much more limited choices. And it has cryptic style microtransaction driven content. And, a lot of the archetypes are hidden behind money. Available missions. I've been seeing unprecedented amount of warriors now. Ubelman the Unknown. I got a tip this morning about a 5th column raid on a government office. I haven't been able to find out any details, even the function of the particular office. Great Big Stick, I have a feeling something big is going on. I need you to stop the 5th column raid. I'm going to stop the 5th column raid. Steel Canyon. Originally, I think the unlock was, I think it was 300. I have 3 lifetime subscriptions. I have Star Trek Online, Champions Online, Lord of the Rings Online. Lord of the Rings Online was a bargain. It was 300, I think, but I may have gotten it at a discount at like 200 or 250. And the other two, I've certainly played more than enough Star Trek Online that one was a bargain. And I've played a lot of Champions Online. I would say it was worth it for me, but I don't know if I'd recommend it for anyone else unless they're really enthused about it. But they are still, I think, offered from time to time. At least the Star Trek Online and Champions Online are. And I think they're going for $250 now. But they might be occasionally discounted to $200. But again, I'm not absolutely certain about those numbers at all. I've gotten my money's worth out of the Star Trek and most assuredly out of the Lord of the Rings Online. And I don't regret buying the Champions Online, although I have not gotten the amount of money out of that one as I've gotten out of the other two, for sure. Yeah, the Latro one, definitely. Funny thing is I got into the beta for the Lord of the Rings Online. I played for a couple hours. I didn't buy it at launch. I waited like a month and a half until the reviews were in. Because for Lord of the Rings Online, I started a character in the Shire. Started a Hobbit character. And after a couple of hours of picking up pies and delivering the mail, I said, what the fuck is this game? Had I started an elf or a dwarf or a human and, did a little fighting instead of delivering mail and picking up pies, I would have bought it at launch. Yep, getting very close to the next anniversary. Defeat all the soldiers in the office. Sure, how about we go there? Half a mile on. I no longer have a character at Cap in Latro. I haven't played since the latest expansion. Because it's not available for Latro points until May. Yep. Picking up the bad pies and delivering the mail. So I mean that was it. I spent a couple of hours doing what I now know are appropriately hobbitish quests and are kind of a fun and amusing. But when it's a brand new MMORPG and I'm looking for some Lord of the Rings action, I was not expecting I was going to be delivering the mail. Yeah, I have a 140 Glabo Smack Buddy. And he is a minstrel. My second highest level is named Lens, and is a lore master, and he was my main for many years. Now, funnily enough, The character I first joined my kin on was my Hobbit burglar, and so I have an entire group of friends who know me as Spongo, not Lens. That character was Spongo Smallberries. I have 4 archivists to protect, save. Menaldor got moved to Crick Hollow. Characters on every server for farming Latro points. Understandable. We were originally on Nimrodel. And now we are on Landrevel. Wow. Miss. Alright. I have saved an activist. And I'm stealthed again. And this is the advantage of a stealth character. You get to choose your fights. At one time, at the end of, or towards the end of the second expansion, first expansion was Moria, and is, to my mind, the best expansion any game's ever had. After Moria was, oh crap, the Mirkwood expansion. And at the end of Mirkwood, or towards the end of it, I had all classes at the cap. It's the only time I've ever had that in a game, except Guild Wars 2. Yeah, Mirkwood. And that was level 65 at the time. All right, how did he knock me down when my first hit killed him? One shot. He obviously wasn't killed because I'm the hero, right? We don't kill. What class you feel is the best burst damage? Yeah, I don't know. I haven't played enough to know. And certainly, my play has all been in the low to middle range for characters. And I imagine those numbers change a lot when you get to the end game. Mirkwood, your favorite expansion, having read The Hobbit for the first time when you were 8. Always loved that area. Yeah, the visual design I was happy with. A lot of people didn't like Mirkwood. Mirkwood was fine. I just didn't think it was as good as Moria. Moria is an amazing piece of design. A lot of people don't like Moria for sure, too. Simply because being underground all that time. What I found is I could make it to level 56 or 58 in Moria, and then I would start getting sick of Moria. I have to find one more archivist and investigating the raid still. So, presumably that'll be like beating up a boss or something. Let's see, which way? That way. Dude, you're walking into the wall. Oh, there's interesting. There's a whole group of 3 there, and they were all bouncing off the walls. They still haven't fixed mounted combat. Yeah. Well, the thing is, they had no real choice. Everyone was expecting mounted combat for Rohan. The engine couldn't handle mounted combat. I think they did a great job of making it work at all, but it was a bad system. I do not have solo archvillains on. No, I'm even tuned down my difficulty by 1 level. That's a dead end. Yeah, so I am, in short, wimping out big time. Right, now I have to investigate the raid, which is presumably the humming sound, the thrumming sound we hear. No, right now my settings are, yeah, should be visible. The only thing I've made changed here is adjusted the level to -1. Well, this should be what I need. Defeat all soldiers in the office! Pardon me? I'm going to mute for a second. Not a fan. So very much not a fan. Would you sit down, sir? Have you, at long last, no sense of decency? The least damaging rocket launcher shot I've ever taken, and he's running away. Come on back, you great big weenie. It's like they keep wanting you to knock out everyone no matter how hard you try to avoid combat. Well, yeah, I mean, if they had different scripting so that a stealth character had to beat everybody, that would be different. But I would hate this just as much if I was on any other class. Alright. If I had a hammer, I'd hammer in the morning, but I only have a stick. But it is a really big stick. I might even say a great big stick. How about we kill him first, because he's got the grenade, and the grenades can knock me down. And I misclicked. Where do you think you're going? You don't have any friends over there. I already killed... Oh, I'm sorry. Captured them. Defeat all soldiers in the office. Not only do I really, really hate kill-all missions, I really, utterly loathe and despise a mission that you only get told you have to defeat them all after you've already done the thing they told you to do first. I have Savage Combat. I can't remember on who. Might be on Count Dorkula. My old guy hematologist who got bit by a vampire. Well, how about we buff ourselves up to kick his ass. Somebody shot a missile at me. There was a guy right there. Well, I don't want to have to go back, come back up, so I'm going to double check. No, alright. Back to the first floor. Big Sabretooth fan, so Savage Combat fun for you. I think they do a great job in actually making, generally, the various things feel different. That's no easy task. The various archetypes feel different. Stealth me up, please. Anytime now. Thank you. Nobody there. And we'll take out the rocket. Oh, my salvage is full. Well, then I'll just have to sell one or two of these rare ones for enormous amounts of money, if I can remember when I get out. And by money, I mean influence. It's technically it's not money, you know. He's big. Tall. Gotta say this, they do have the tall Ubermenschen vibe going for them. I like just about all the weapon X people. Omega Red. I do know. I am familiar with Omega Red. Sabretooth, cool. Would be nice to have a long shot type guy you can make with throwing knives and armor that's luck based. You are definitely a bit more up to date on the various and sundry heroes and villains than I am. I know some of them. Marvel Heroes introduced me to a lot of the heroes and villains that I had never heard of before. Is this the last batch, I think? And I get the level for it. Means you, poor unfortunates, get to eat. I missed soldiers somewhere. I intentionally carefully went through everything to not miss any, and I missed soldiers somewhere. God, I fucking hate kill-all missions. They are the worst, laziest design. If you're a game designer or developer, all of us hate escort missions, and we all hate kill-all missions. Just stop. There is a throwing knife as a one of the prestige powers. Right there. Throwing knives. There was the one guy wandering around. There we go. Jesus. Bump it to bump. Bump! Yeah, I would certainly think you could do a throwing weapons archetype, you know, as a blaster or something. Shuriken, darts, throwing knives. Razor-edged frisbees would be my first choice. Oh, we dinged it to 27. Let's train up with Valkyrie. Hi, Valkyrie. You're looking good. Alright, wanted to add a third stamina. Quiet down there. Indomitable will, I guess, will do. Ah, okay, that's right. Let's see. Auction house. Salvage. Let's see. How about enriched plutonium? How much is that going for? Currently going for, a low bid of 156. How about complex chemical formulas? Complex chemical formula also going, wow, somebody's really downbidding this stuff. Rorschach is kind of a major giveaway since it's your profile pick. Yeah. You do realize he's a sociopath, right? Just want to be clear on this. Brainstorm ideas? I don't even know what those are. Special salvage. Maybe useful and conventional in invention. Use these at an invention table to create new salvage. That's interesting. Do those sell? I'm just curious. Brainstorm ideas sell for 13,000 each. I just feel it's important to ask because there are those who admire his purity of purpose, which is saying they kind of idolize a sociopath. So I don't have anything that I can sell immediately for the really big amounts of influence I was looking for, but we'll try with the enriched plutonium. We'll see if it sells. At least I have a little space in my inventory now. Not much. Yes, Batman was... it's a sociopath. I would have to think about that one. I mean, he's obviously got mental health issues. Whole backstory with the little girl. Well, yes, the little girl, but he also talks about Kitu Genovese. And while that was big news at the time, it also was not actually the way it was presented. Don't suppose we've actually sold. It sold. I got 300,000. I now have a lot more influence. He already had issues. But then, yeah, Bruce Wayne had issues too. It was never the way it was presented in the media, however, at the time. In fact, a number of the neighbors immediately called the police. So it was certainly a story at the time, but the story as presented at the time was, surprise, surprise, not exactly the way things actually occurred. But certainly at the time, the commonly held conception about it was that something like 56 neighbors looked on and did nothing. And that's not actually what happened at all. Just saw a thing they did where Alfred was the Joker the whole time. He did that to keep Bruce safe from real harm. Yeah, well, I mean, they've done... Revisionism on superheroes has been around for quite a while now. Some of them, I think, are more successful than others. Let's see. Anything new and useful here? Probably not, because we can now get 30s, and we're going to be buying some 30s. I'm going to sell stuff first. Okay, I guess I must have made 2 of the wrong ones for myself here. Yeah, that's what I did. I wanted these, I think, to be the stamina ones, and I made the wrong ones. Anyway, I made the wrong ones, so I can use these somewhere here. Heightened senses, defenses, and mind over body. I think I was trying to make ones for mind over body. All right, so we definitely want to buy 3 of the level 30 blue. Dark blue. There it is. Nectanebo. Good. It's a start. Okay, stamina will now produce an extra 57.5% endurance. That ought to be pretty good. Let's see. Where else do we really want some stuff? Mind over body is damage resistance. That's the one we're always running, right? Mind over body. Damage resistance. Defense buff. Is that defense buff? I don't think so. Damage resistance. Damage resistance. Jump. Recharge. Resist damage. Nectanebo's Gourd. Upgrading is expensive. If you're, my understanding is, it is expensive. I've only done it a couple of times, and it did seem to be expensive. There we go. Hide. Loud, defense, enhance recharge speed, enhance defense. Let's see. Well, those all have an accuracy. The assassin's staff, we want to stop missing that. So we will go ahead and buy a good old accuracy. And we'll write over the one that doesn't currently work. Those ought to be a significant chunk of assistance to me. I don't want to spend forever optimizing here. Mission, defeat all soldiers, contact. That's odd. I know the fifth column has old roots, but what possible use could they have for World War II documents? Apparently the fifth column isn't satisfied with stealing World War II documents. Now they are actually stealing World War II historians. Several experts in the era have been reported missing. I need you to rescue the historians from the fifth column. When I was in college, they had a thing they would do where they would bring in non-professors who were experts in a field and set them up for a quarter. And they were called a regents professor. The regents would choose these. And so I took a class with a regents professor, the chief historian of the Army, teaching a class on Allied grand strategy in World War II. Talk about a class where you couldn't bullshit the guy. I have to go to fault line. I just mentioned that because I'm now going to be rescuing World War II historians, when I myself am kind of one. Sort of. Oh, fault line. Crap. I don't remember which one it's next to. Fault line. We need a city. That's Boomtown, so fault line should be there. Not Skyway City. All right. Skyway City South. Skyway City South. I wrote a 13-page paper. My final paper was a 13-page paper on the costs and advantages of the invasion at Iwo Jima. But I had a friend who we were supposed to write, I think it was 11 to 15-page paper. A friend of mine wrote an 87-page paper. His was on Burma, the Burma campaign. And another friend wrote a paper on... This character's been there before. I must already have the achievement for going through the donut hole. Another friend of mine wrote a paper. His paper was on the use of amphetamines by the Allies at the invasion of Operation Market Garden. Co-workers went to England and just happens to be there. It was a World War II weekend, and the pics they sent were amazing. I wonder if it was Tank Fest in the British town of Bovington. They have a tank festival every year. There's the Bovington Tank Museum is there. And yeah, for instance, the Imperial War Museum in England is amazing for someone who is a World War II history buff. And as a general history buff, the British Museum is fucking mind-boggling. Not to put too fine of a point on it. Sure, why not just turn this into another heal, just in case. Am I going to have to beat up all of these assholes again? 5 historians to rescue. Well, we have an historian. Take a seat, sir. I feel like I've just been through D-Day. I see what they did there. Now, one of the things that they had at the Imperial War Museum, the incredibly sobering thing to look at, it was the official battle plan for the invasion of Poland, with the signed approval of Hitler. And that's the piece of paper that started World War II. And to be looking at this distance from the piece of paper that started World War II is just an incredibly sobering thing. Fascinating, to actually be staring at it, but also just horrifying. Tens of millions died, starting with that little piece of paper. Case White, I think, was the name of the plan, the official name of the war plan for Poland. All right, 2 freed. Oh, I watched Band of Brothers, of course, yeah. You lived in Georgia, about 17 miles from Mount Currahee, which was where Easy Company trained, used their battle cry. Museum in Toccoa, Georgia, was great. Yeah, I imagine it would be. Well, if you enjoyed Band of Brothers, there is a similar sort of project currently being shown on Apple TV, Masters of the Air or something like that. Basically produced by Spielberg and Tom Hanks' company, sort of doing for the U.S. Air Force what Band of Brothers did for Europe and what the Pacific did for the Pacific War. We have 2 more historians to rescue. Nacht Fist. That's German for night fist. I actually don't know if it's German for fist. It's definitely German for night, though. I can assure you of that. I don't remember much of my 3 years of German. Some vocabulary. The word Schadenfreude, one of my favorite words of all time, regardless of language. We have 1 more person to free, and there they are, cowering. And then, of course, if we're really lucky, we get to defeat everybody in the goddamn building again. No, we don't have to beat up everybody in the building again. I feel like I just spent a month on Iwo Jima. Yeah, I was just speaking of Iwo Jima. Remember Black Sheep Squadron made the Corsair your favorite airplane? I watched the Black Sheep Squadron as well. Till I saw Made in the Shade and Sentimental Journey a couple of years ago, a B-25 and a B-17. I was always a big B-24 fan. The Liberator. One of your favorite things to be able to was fire an M1 Grant. The sound of the clip makes... Oh, is that the ping you don't hear on guns now? I will contact Ashwin Lannister. Whatever the reason, the fifth column's sudden interest in history only seems to be growing, but something tells me this Ubelmann character is the key. But I wonder what it's all about. So do we. Ubelmann the Unknown. I just received an anonymous tip that the fifth column is still investigating World War II history. Seems that there's a warehouse in this city that has a bunch of old FBI files on civil and military leaders and heroes from the 1940s that the government hasn't touched those place in decades. It sounds like the fifth column is eager to rummage through it now. Can you stop the fifth column from getting those files? Back to Atlas Park we go. Where am I? I jump through the air with the greatest of ease. It looks really easy, but it's rough on the knees. Ha ha ha! I'm a poet, and I know it. And my feet show it. They're Longfellows. Don't honk your horn at me, mister. I'll hit you with my big stick. And that's literal. That wasn't a smutty euphemism, okay? It's a big stick. The ping. Grandfather was first-generation American in your family. Joined the Navy. His birthday was December 7th. Guess where he was stationed on his birthday in 1941? I hope he didn't have a really, really bad day, but I'm guessing he did. Ping, yeah, and the soldiers would keep empty ones in their coat to make that noise, and then people would poke their heads up thinking they had to reload, and then they'd, still be loaded. Pearl? Yeah. And we go in. All right, I have to find the clue to the fifth column's plans. Don't mind me, guys. Don't mind me. Break up into search teams and find the designated files. Roger that. Well, I'm definitely the right guy to send on this. Unless, of course, once I find it, they want me to clear out the warehouse, in which case I will be irked. Disappointed. Displeased. Dysfunctional, disagreeing with this whole thing. The guys you're running by, you might have to kill them all. Not kill, of course. You can't rehabilitate the dead. Unless you raise them from the dead. But I'm not a mastermind, so I can't do that. Defeat all 5th column soldiers. Thanks, Donaconda. So, thank you much for giving the game that freaking idea. Yeah, Disillusioned would be another one of the various disses, and I feel dissed. How about that? That's a bit of a stretch, but it's okay. And I'll stealth up again. Wait for my heavy-hitting monster attack to come off cooldown. And we'll take the Raserei Übermenschen Unteroffizier. So he's an Übermenschen, but an Unteroffizier. Do those cancel out and just make him a Menschen Offizier? I have questions. Wolves. Not only do you get bruises from fighting these guys, you get fleas too. I'm kidding. Maybe. Yeah, I don't really know. Might get fleas. Ooh, look at the jumpy Nazi. Get down off of there. We've told you before. No playing on the big tubes. Is he walking around up there? What the fuck? Uh-huh. I don't think they're supposed to be up there. That's just insane. Aha. Well, thank you. He just told me I'm history. Funny thing for a Nazi to say, don't you think? Nacht Übermenschen Rocket. Raserei Übermenschen Fire. Yeah, the fire is in German. That would be Feuer. The AI is self-aware. He did not want to be KO. Yeah, well, known for their humor, yes. The Germans in general, and I say that as someone of German descent. I know exactly one German joke. Do you know how to make a German chocolate cake? Well, first, you occupy the kitchen. That's it. That's the only German joke I know. Well, die Nacht Übermenschen Unteroffizier. With the build-up, we get the one shot. Alright, this guy's got to get his right now. No wandering mobs allowed around here, sir. Sir, we're going to have to ask you to nap. Lived in Germany when you were a kid. Immediately forgot all the German you know about 2 weeks after you're back in the U.S. Yeah, I had 3 years of German, and I was good with the vocabulary. Very good with the vocabulary. But German grammar and me, we did not get along. Not that I was ever very good with English grammar either. I mean, my writing was always good because I read so much, it just sort of rubbed off on me. And I became a good writer, technically anyway. Well, if you play any sort of PvP game that has a Russian contingent, I guarantee you what 2 words you know in Russian. Suka and Billet. I think this is the last guy we got to beat. So we'll just get all stealthy and we'll hit him with our really big stick. I don't know, Brandy or Arkenstone. I would guess if there's one that the Russians took over in Latro, it would have to be Brandy. Arkenstone has a very large contingent of Aussies, and it's sort of the unofficial Asia-Pacific server. I got a couple of Australian friends on Arky. Used to have a regular viewer here on my stream who was Russian. We miss you, Lars. And he never saw the movie for The Lord of the Rings. And he never read the books for The Lord of the Rings. But he saw me playing it and decided to try it. And he played the living hell out of The Lord of the Rings Online with no knowledge of the lore at all. Trying to read your Cyrillic isn't very good. Did we pick up any useful enhancements? We did not. We'll sell these. Yeah, Lars is a good guy. Sadly, we lost him to Genshin Impact. It's a terrible thing when a soul is lost to the weeb. Ah, well. So I think I'm going to call it here for the evening. This seems like a good break point for me. We did get the level 27. We picked up a few enhancements to sort of buff ourselves a little bit around the edges. I should be back tomorrow at my usual time, 5 p.m. Pacific, 8 p.m. Eastern, middle of the night in Europe, for more City of Heroes. I expect also on Monday I am running a pencil and paper game for some friends, so I will not be streaming on Monday. On Tuesday, I was planning on streaming Last Epoch the day before the launch, but I think the servers are going to be down, so I won't be able to do that. Sunday, I may stream some Last Epoch, just as sort of an intro for anyone who might be interested. So I think tomorrow, City of Heroes. Sunday, Last Epoch. Monday, I have no clue. I know had wanted to buy the early access for Nightingale, which launches on Monday. Sorry, Tuesday. On Tuesday. But I know I'm going to be playing Last Epoch for a while, starting on Wednesday. If you're not familiar with Last Epoch, it is an ARPG, so similar to the Diablo games or Path of Exile. Roughly in between Path of Exile and Diablo in complexity and depth of play. And it's in a good state, and it is having its 1.0 launch on Wednesday. Knock on wood, the servers will stand up. It looks like it has got a lot of enthusiasm built up around it. And the game deserves it. It's already in a solid place and has been for a while. And there'll be a lot of additions in 1.0. So that's what I'll be playing on Wednesday and probably for some length of time after. I want to thank you guys very much for hanging out. Thank you, Axel. Oh, wait. Was that a good evening or a good night? Because I'm about to call it an evening, and so in which case, good night would be more accurate than good evening. What's new? They're adding 2 more masteries. The last 2 masteries, Falconer and Warlock, are being added. They have some new graphics tech they're putting in. There's a lot of upgrades and tuning, lots of new items. I'm not sure. They're keeping a lot of the stuff sort of under their hat. So I thought it was hello, but it is night here. Well, and I am about to call it an evening. But I should be back at it again tomorrow. Yeah, so I'm really looking forward to the last Epic launch. The way I put it is it's the first time in a few years that I've had a launch boner. There's been no games that I got really excited about the launch for a while now, but I do have a launch boner going for Last Epoch. So that'll be on Wednesday, if assuming the servers don't melt into slag and then burrow down to the center of the earth. I'll be playing that. So that's my schedule for the next few days. Again, I want to thank you guys for hanging out. I really genuinely appreciate it. Back tomorrow, usual time, same stupid nonsense from me. I hope the rest of your Friday night goes great, and I require your weekend to kick ass. Hopefully you'll see me soon. I'm back tomorrow. Have a great night tonight. Take care, and